First up, I'd like to introduce appbakr. And appbakr is a wholesale digital marketplace for mobile apps.
Thank you. So, according to Gartner, customers will spend $6.2 billion on mobile apps in 2010. And mobile app revenue is predicted to grow to $29.5 billion by the end of 2013. It's an increase of over 450%. Appbakr profits from and fuels this growth. The way we look at it is developers have big ideas but small pockets, and institutional buyers have big pockets but no model for ROI from iTunes. The iTunes model works great, but presents some obstacles for both. In the iTunes App Store, it can be as long as a 3-month wait to get money from, to be paid by Apple. There's only one sales channel, and there's poor distribution. There aren't multiple channels that can help to sell your app. The developer faces a challenge in terms of getting money to start his app. Frequently turns to things like Craigslist and friends and family to get money to start his app. For buyers, they have no incentive. There's no model for profiting from the iTunes market. We're attempting to address that. In our market, developers get funding they need to build and launch. Right now, they get 69 cents in money when somebody purchases their app. The developer, in our model, gets bulk units purchased. Somebody can come in and purchase 1,000, 10,000 copies. The developer gets 25 cents for each copy purchased. When the app is eventually sold on the iTunes Store, he gets an additional 11 cents. So he gets 30 cents, whereas he would normally get 69 cents. But he's getting 25 cents of that money immediately. The buyer who's made the purchase earns a 51% profit on their purchases. They pay 35 cents for the app, 10 cents gets paid to us, 25 cents being paid to the developer, and then when the app is sold on the iTunes Store, the purchaser makes 53 cents. It's a great way for value-added marketers to drive traffic and profit from the sales. They're able to make these bulk purchases of apps which they think are promising. They drive traffic to the various apps, and each time an app is sold on the iTunes Store, they make a profit. Here's exactly how it works. Developers use a designated bank account to receive funds from Apple. It's an account that we provide them, so there's no hiccups when it's time to eventually distribute the payments. Developers provide us access to the iTunes account. This enables us to provide sales updates to the buyers so they can see in real time how the application is selling on the iTunes market. Just a little bit about our numbers. For 2010, we're looking to get to 1,000 apps. We're launching literally today. Our target forecast is by 2011 to have 11,000 apps in our market. Think of us as eBay. We need to have things to sell. The things that we sell are apps in the marketplace. For every $1 million in retail sales, we make $141,000. We take 10 cents at the beginning, 4 cents at the end. Model we think can work for other markets. eBooks is projected to grow to $2.5 billion by 2013. We think the same kind of democratized wholesale market can work for books. We have had great industry support. We, in April, participated in the PayPal Developers Challenge. We're one of 2 winners of that. We also participated in a seed challenge that was run by Cambridge West Ventures and SFace, and we're the winner of that. We've had great press. Marketing Shift called us a revolutionary approach. We were called compelling by Sequoia Capital. Pierre Omidyar, Scott Cook, and Mark Andreessen were the judges of the PayPal Challenge. Really smart by Mashable, and we've been happiest that the people closest to the people with the pain have had the best things to say about our model. Our team is one that's worked together. I started a company called Skyjet a number of years ago, which is an online reservation system for business jets. Started a number of other internet companies. Sam Zappis, who went to school with me at Johns Hopkins, was one of the first senior executives at Artist Direct and founder of Acme Pet. Craig Hall, who is the lead investor for Skyjet, is leading the round, the seed round for appbakr. And Robert Clegg has a strong background in product and games development. So in summary, iPhones as a digital goods is a $3 billion industry. Digital books is expected to be a $2.5 billion industry. They all lack a wholesale market, and that's what appbakr provides.
So Trevor, I have a question for you. So you described initially that this is a way for developers to get funding, but as you went through the slides, it seemed like it was more of a way for developers to get marketing rather than funding. Is that more accurate?
It was started out with a very simple premise that there's lacking a wholesale marketplace, developers need to get money, and we need to provide that. Actually, as we've gone along and had a lot of conversations, including with some VCs, that marketing channel aspect has definitely emerged as a key part. I think over time the idea is that developers can be smart about choosing the buyers. I may not be a great person to channel traffic for a game app, but somebody else would. And if you can find the right buyers, you're not only getting money up front, but you're building incremental sales for your application.
But are these wholesalers actually giving you the money before you've developed the app, or they see the application and then they back you?
So they can do it in one of two stages. They can do it concept stage, where it's before it's been approved by Apple, and then they make a greater profit, or they can buy it after it's been approved by Apple and they make a lower profit.
Trevor, how do you expect to get the growth in apps that you talk about, 1,000 going to 11,000?
Yeah. So the first challenge before we get the growth is just to get to the critical mass. And we're doing a very grassroots strategy. We have 5 marketing reps that we're hiring in 3 markets initially: Bay Area, LA, Seattle. 5 of them, they're getting paid $500 a month. They get a bounty of $50 an app. Each app in our market produces about $850 in value. So our target is to get to 250 by the end of the summer and to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. Getting from 1,000 to 11,000, we look at it at that point that we'll have a number of different channels that will be available to us. But I think always the primary channel for us is going to be going to where developers go, meetups, different kinds of places where they congregate. And by the time we get to the end of the summer, if we've proven out our model, we'll be reps across the country, unless we come up with something more efficient, cost efficient in the beginning. We have a pretty high cost of customer acquisition initially. We look at it about $125, and that slopes down over time as we begin to get scale into other markets.
How are you filling your pipeline of wholesalers for the purchasing side?
Yeah, so we have 3 primary markets. The first one is for the developer who has a network of people already. If I was developing an app, I'd probably have 10 people who would each buy $500 worth of my apps. There's just no efficient way to organize it. So we're really focusing on developers bringing in their own market. Second is in terms of discovery, and we'll be marketing through a number of different channels, newsletters, and so forth to try and bring in buyers. And the third that we're working on are the institutional buyers, and we have an intern in for the summer who's working with companies like GameStop and Best Buy to come in and have them become buyers in our marketplace. So it's sort of a 3-step process.
Do you have a sense for which verticals are most applicable? Is it gaming? Is it utilities? Is it something else?
I think it's probably the 2 on the either side of the spectrum. I mean, one, games is a great market because there's huge growth and a lot of demand for it. And the other are more niche markets where there are very discernible people who can help to add sales through the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And so are you going to take a vertical focus and go after those, or it sounds like more of a geographic focus?
Yeah, we're focusing first on, you're right, on geography and looking where developers congregate. Our target is to try and hit 2,500 developers and to try and bring in about 10% of those into the marketplace. After the summer, we may have a better sense of which markets are strongest for us, and then we can concentrate our efforts there.
Great. Thank you very much.